Hi there and welcome to my video. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about journaling. And before I start, you might be wondering, Kamu, why haven't you started the working out? We have been waiting for you to work out with us. Guys, honestly, it's been really cold in Port Elizabeth and I prefer working out in the morning, but the mornings have just been so cold and I know that is a lame excuse. I'm sorry. At least I'm making myself accountable. I'll start soon though, don't lose hope. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. So let's jump into today's video. So I'm going to break up this video into 3 sections. The first section, I'm going to be talking about the benefits of journaling. The second part is how to journal. And the last part, I'm going to share with you my personal collection of journals so you can hopefully get some inspiration. So let's get started. Simply is putting your thoughts and your feelings down on paper, and I think it's important to do it on paper as opposed to typing it out, because there's just something magical about writing things down. You know, I think also just the process that happens in your brain when you write something down as opposed to typing. I don't really understand the science of it, but okay, something happens and it's better for you if you write it down. It can help you to deal with depression, anxiety, and stress. And it can help you to just process your thoughts and your emotions and put everything in order. And some people have claimed that they have done studies that show that it improves your immune function, which I found quite surprising because this is not something I have personally observed or paid attention to in my own life. So yeah, I'll just share with you what I found. People who journaled for 15 to 20 minutes every day for 5 days a week over a period of 4 months noticed an improvement in their liver function as well as a decrease or normalization of their blood pressure, which is quite interesting. I will try and find actual papers that you can refer to if you would like to read further on that, and I'll link them in the description, hoping that I find them, because don't believe everything you read on the internet and stuff. So I might not find the actual scientific papers because I read this from an article, but I just thought to include it because fun fact, Another benefit of journaling, students, listen carefully, it helps you with your memory. It makes your memory sharper. It helps you remember things better. It improves your working memory capacity and it improves your cognitive functions. So there really are real benefits to journaling for your schoolwork as well, you know. Who doesn't want a brain that works better? Another benefit of journaling is boosting your mood, and I've realized this for myself. Whenever I feel sad or depressed, I journal, and that often helps me to not only identify what it is that's getting me feeling sad, but also it's like lifting a weight off my shoulders and I feel better. So try it next time when you're feeling a little bit low or overwhelmed or stressed, just journal. There have also been other studies that show that diarists, as they like to call them, have realized long-term emotional benefits of journaling, having a better sense of self-awareness and confidence and that whole thing. And they are able to identify negative thought patterns and move away from negative self-talk. Just being aware of how you feel, being aware of the thought patterns that guide how you act. This is strictly about mental health. Journaling can also help you deal with personal adversity and change. So I've realized that for myself, you know, whenever I make a transition from one period of my life to another, journaling through it really helps me to make a smooth transition. So yeah, I love writing in a book because you can literally identify growth patterns. You can see who you were 2-3 years ago in comparison to who you are now. You can see how you used to think and how you think now. You can see how your relationship with God has improved from before and then now. You know, it's just such a rewarding thing to be able to look back and to I don't know, I guess be encouraged by how far you've come and be encouraged to keep going. Another thing that journaling helps you with is to track symptoms, and I'm talking here about mental stuff. So you are able to track thought patterns or just general patterns in your life that lead you to acting a certain way or thinking a certain way. So if you're taking stock of your emotions or taking stock of your day every day, you can be better equipped to notice your own triggers and notice things maybe you can improve to better mental health. Maybe you can realize that a day where you've spent more time on social media, you were feeling more negative, you know, things like that can really give you insight into how the world around you and the things you're exposing to are having an impact on you, and it can better point you in a direction you must go. I mean, something I realized for myself, for example, is on days that I have better sleep and wake up earlier and all that, I tend to be in a better mood and I get more done, versus days where I struggle with sleep, which is most of the time, and then, you know, wake up at, you know, later in the morning or something, then it's just a little bit of a struggle to get through the day. So I suppose you could say that's something you can identify without journaling, but I think for me, just having had that pattern of realizing, oh, okay, so when this happens, and having written down and having looked at it helped me to...
A few minutes later.
Helped me to actually make use of the information in such a way that I could help myself to be better. All right, now we're going to talk about how to journal. And I want to just emphasize with this that there is no right or wrong way to journal. That's the beauty of it. There's no rules, or there shouldn't be rules. I feel like people are putting so many rules to it. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to write on so many pages, you have to write for this long per day, and there's just a lot, you know. The moment you put so many rules, it starts to feel like work, and you might not be, you know, feeling really excited to do that after you've spent the whole day studying or working, you know, at your job or whatever. So don't put so many rules. My first tip would be to try to write every single day. It doesn't matter how much you write, it doesn't matter how long you write, just try to write something every day. Even if you're just noting 3 things that you're grateful for or 3 things that you need to pray about, just write something every day and try to take stock of how you're feeling every single day. The second tip is to make it easy. So have your journal and your pen or paper or whatever you use in easy reach. So maybe on your bedside table. I like to keep my stuff on my bedside table because I like to journal in the evening before bed. My next tip is to just use your journal as you see fit. I like to doodle in my journals, which is sometimes easier for me to process emotions versus writing. And something else that is important, stop caring what everyone else thinks about what you're putting in your journal. Remove all that pressure and stress from yourself and feel free to be vulnerable in your journal. I don't think anyone is going to snoop around your house looking for that journal to read it. For the last segment in this video, I'm going to share with you my personal collection of journals. I'm going to start with my absolute favorite right now. This is the Becoming journal by Michelle Obama. It is based on her book, Becoming. So she's gone on and made a journal that has hundreds of journaling prompts. This book is really amazing. I love it. You should just check it out. You know, there's really not much I can say about it, but yeah, you can find it in CNA. I will link it down below. If you can get it online, you should be able to. So yeah, this is really a great one. My second journal is my prayer journal. So I write prayers in here. When I do my personal Bible reading, I write in here. And sometimes when I listen to sermons, I also write in this book. So I've also like divided it so that different sections are for different things. I like it because it's small, it's portable, it's got smaller lines. So even though it's got less pages, you really can get quite a lot in there. I also have a dream journal. Yeah, this is not very common. I don't think a lot of people do this, but I do like to keep track of what I dream of. So this journal is like, man, it's just a mess. It's got pretty much everything. Like I write all sorts of things in here. I mean, I feel like I write kind of my daily log in here, just, you know, looking at how the day went, and I title the days, you know, just give it a theme, make it more fun for myself. I date it. But yeah, I love this journal. It really just has a little bit of everything. The final journal that I'm keeping is this one. This is the journal that I consider has all the good stuff. You know, if you want dirt on me, take this book. I'm joking, there's no dirt on me.
A lot of it is actually doodling, but yeah, I express myself in doodles.
But y'all know, guys, no dirt in these journals. Anyone can read them. Probably I wouldn't actually allow anyone to read them. Not anyone, I mean some people of course, but yeah, this is my journal collection right now, and I hope you guys feel inspired to build your own collection of journals where you can express your emotions, write your prayers, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!